Trimble was running out there today. How is he?
Yeah, good positive news really with Trimby. The foot seems really good. He trained fully. He's fit to go. We know what he's delivered in the past. I think from the experience that he brings, he's comfortable with that. We're comfortable in the fact that we know what he can bring to the game. He just needs that last final opportunity somewhere on the weekend to actually to put his hand up.
And Healy?
Cian is gradually working back into it. He had his first full session rugby with us, albeit not everything, changing in and out of positions with the other props. We added a little bit more contact at the end of the session with him, and you know he's actually advancing quite well. We still got to make sure we've got the medics on top of it, and we're assessing that on a daily basis.
There's been a lot of talk about Madigan at scrum half. Is that an option that you're looking at, that he could be a third choice scrum half in the World Cup squad?
Well, I know that some teams have already selected in that way. You know, it certainly makes you think about those options. You know, we've talked about how we would mix our backs and forwards in terms of numbers, how we would mix our combinations in our, you know, our halves and our midfield and our back three. It's certainly something that's always muted in terms of when you're looking at World Cup squads. I remember the last World Cup squad, we did similar conversations in terms of how many halfbacks should you carry, how many tens you should carry, etc. So it's around the edges, but I think for us, you know, the Saturday games or the Friday night games with the provinces and the Saturday game will give us a real indication about where we step forward in those types of decisions.
It seemed Brian O'Driscoll got the longest goodbye ever, but for Paul O'Connell, you know, he's going to have a last home game and then still have to go and play a World Cup. I mean, like, what do you even say to him in terms of trying to deal with the emotion of that?
Yeah, Paul's pretty handy in terms of emotions. He knows what works for him. But I guess from my perspective, it's been over 7 years now coaching with Paul, and I'll speak on behalf of all the other coaches I think that have coached with him, and particularly the group that's with us now. He's an inspiration, and he deserves a good send-off. And we hope people get out there and support him. I think they will. And he's a special person in terms of leadership, what he delivers on the rugby pitch, but the type of person he is around the environment, the type of person he is with all stakeholders in the game, sponsors, and particularly the fans. He is brilliant, and he deserves a good send-off, and hopefully we can deliver that.